It is midnight, and the room is quiet. The only light comes from the glowing rectangle in your palm. You are scrolling through pages of things that promise a better version of you. Maybe it is a new watch, or a kitchen gadget, or a pair of boots. You feel that familiar itch. It is a heavy pulse in your throat. You find the perfect item. You click the button, and the confirmation email arrives instantly. For a few minutes, you feel like a king. But then the package lands on your doorstep 2 days later. You tear the tape and open the cardboard, and the excitement evaporates. The item is just an item. It is plastic and metal and thread. The joy you felt at midnight is nowhere to be found. This is the ghost in the box. We have all been there. We are chasing a high that lives in the clicking, but dies in the owning. We are hunters who have forgotten how to eat. Our brains are running on very old software. Imagine our ancestors on the heat-soaked savanna thousands of years ago. They did not have grocery stores or overnight shipping or digital storefronts. They had to find food, or they would simply cease to exist. To keep them moving through the heat and the fatigue, the brain developed a powerful chemical reward. We call it dopamine. But here is the trick that the modern world hides from us. Dopamine is not the chemical of pleasure or having. It is the chemical of seeking and wanting. It is the fuel that gets you to the finish line of the hunt. Once you cross that line and secure the prize, the fuel tank goes empty almost instantly. The brain does not care about the berry once it is sitting in your hand. It only cared about the berry when you were tracking it through the tall grass. It cared about the possibility of the reward. In the modern world, this ancient survival system is being weaponized against your bank account. Every limited-time offer banner is a siren song designed for your seeking system. The retail giants hire scientists to understand exactly how to trigger this pulse. They know that the hunt is far more addictive than the product itself. They want you to live in a permanent state of almost there. That itchy urge to hit buy now is a chemical lie. Your brain thinks you are hunting for vital survival resources. In reality, you are just hunting for a new phone case or a slightly faster laptop. The ghost in the box is the heavy silence that follows when the hunt finally ends. Your dopamine has done its job perfectly. It successfully pushed you to click the button and part with your hard-earned money. Now it leaves you alone in a quiet room with a piece of plastic you did not really want. It is a glitch in the machine of your mind. We are wired to crave the chase, but we are left hungry by the prize every single time. We are living in a loop of constant pursuit that leads to nowhere. Think of a dog chasing a speeding car down a suburban street. The dog has no logical plan for what to do if he actually catches the bumper. He does not want the car. He just knows that every fiber of his being is screaming at him to run. We are running ourselves ragged for things that lose their shine the moment we touch them. The dopamine spike is the promise of a joy that the object is incapable of delivering. It is a biological trick that turns us into hunters in a world where everything is already captured. Neuroscience shows us that the dopamine neurons fire most intensely during the anticipation of the reward, not during the reward itself. When you see that notification that your package is out for delivery, your brain is screaming with activity. But the moment you hold the item, the firing stops. The neurons go quiet. This is why the second after you unbox something, you often feel a strange sense of letdown. It is not because the product is bad. It is because the chemical high has evaporated. We are chasing the feeling of the maybe. We are addicted to the possibility of a better life that the purchase represents. But a better life is not found in a shipping container. It is found in the space between the urge and the action. 2,000 years ago, a man named Seneca watched the wealthy citizens of Rome do the exact same thing. They were not scrolling on glass screens, but they were chasing the same hollow shadows. They were buying marble statues and exotic silks to fill a hole that was inside their hearts. Seneca noticed that we suffer more in our imagination than we ever do in reality. We imagine that the new item will fix our boredom or our lingering sense of inadequacy. We project a future version of ourselves that is happier and more capable because of a purchase. But Stoicism teaches us a hard and liberating truth. Nothing outside of your own mind can ever make you whole or truly satisfied. The ghost in the box exists because we are looking for internal peace in an external world. We think we are buying a lifestyle or a new identity. We think we are buying a feeling of enoughness that will finally let us rest. But the Stoics remind us that enough is a mental decision and not a physical destination. The path to freedom is to recognize the dopamine itch for exactly what it is. It is just a passing chemical signal. It is an ancient ghost trying to save your life in a world that is no longer dangerous. You can learn to observe the urge without becoming the urge yourself. You can watch the wave of desire rise and fall like a tide against a stone wall. When you finally realize that the hunt is a biological lie, the trap loses its power over you. You stop being the helpless prey of your own primitive biology. You start to see the brown boxes on your porch for what they really are. They are just temporary distractions from the work of living well. The hunt is a circle that never ends until you choose to step out of it. Internal freedom starts when you stop letting a chemical pulse decide your value. You do not need the hunt to feel alive. You are already alive. You are already complete. Let us try a small and practical experiment together. The next time you feel that electric pulse to buy something you do not truly need, just stop. Go ahead and put the item in your digital cart. Enjoy the small spark of the hunt, but then close the tab and walk away from your screen. Leave it there for exactly 72 hours. This is the 3-day sunset. In those 3 days, the chemical storm in your brain will naturally pass. The urgent seeking signal will grow quiet as your logic returns. If you still truly need the item after 3 days, the box will no longer have a ghost inside it. The purchase will be a tool and not a temporary high. But most of the time, you will find that the urge has vanished like smoke in the wind. You will look at the cart and wonder why you ever felt so desperate to click. You will realize you did not actually want the thing. You just wanted the rush of the hunt. By waiting, you are taking the remote control back from your lizard brain. You are choosing a quiet mind over a frantic pulse. The Stoic wallet is not a place about having less or living in a cave. It is about needing less so you have the space to live more. This channel is a sanctuary for those of us trying to reclaim our focus from the noise. It is a place for collective refinement and long-term practice. Take a deep breath and let the screen go dark. Sit with the silence for a moment. The hunt is finally over. You are already home.